Here, this is my presentation on the 1980 Georgia Bulldogs. So they went undefeated that season and ended up winning the championship. Alright. They have multiple stars, including a great coach. They're among the list that has gone undefeated and continued to go to win the championship. They had the greatest running back, Herschel Walker, and then they have one of the best plays ever in college football. Are you looking at me all weird? So Herschel was an All-American during the 1980 season. Star, ran everyone over faster than most people. He ran for 1,616 yards on 274 attempts and averaged roughly 6 yards. So great running back. I think he looks kind of like you did, or like your high school picture. He was a defensive back that was a key part of the team. He was a third-round draft pick 2 years later, and was an All-American player in 82 and 83. So not that year, but he was a great player. So Buck Blue was the quarterback. He threw for 1,314 yards and 11 touchdowns, which doesn't sound like a lot by today's standards, but you have to remember he had Herschel Walker as a running back, so he had to hand it off probably more than he threw it. Lindsey Scott was a star wide receiver who averaged 19 yards per reception and had a total of 347 yards, which again, it doesn't sound like a lot, but when you factor in other receivers and having Herschel Walker, actually a good bit. So this is the greatest play probably ever in college football. It's against Florida, where Buck Blue scrambled out and threw it probably 30 yards to Lindsey Scott, and then Lindsey Scott turned the corner and outran everybody on the team. So I have a video with it interviews them about it.
Nothing happened on first and second down. Second down, I got flushed out right out of the pocket, threw it to Charles Jr. and incomplete. And, I remember turning around, we got to get something going.
And the first couple downs, and it's looking bad. They've done nothing.
And now it's 3rd and 12 from the 8, and I was actually standing with Coach Russell, and we were talking about what we were going to do to get the ball back if we had to punt, because if this 3rd down play was an incompletion, we weren't going to go for it on 4th and 12 from our own 8-yard line. We'd have to punt.
Honestly, all we're thinking about is let's get the ball out for first down. I thought some of the Florida players were celebrating too a little bit too early. I remember seeing a cornerback that was turning over to our bench and making some gestures,
Play came in from the sideline for the 3rd down play. And it was a play that we had run many times before. Play action, I'm not sure what the play action was about. I think Florida knew we had to throw the football. But it was a deep crossing route to Lindsey.
My job basically was to run the curl route, sit out in the middle of the field, and first down yardage to get the first down.
Back 3rd down on the 8, in trouble.
As I flushed out of the pocket, Nat Hudson sealed Galloway, that Florida defensive end, gave me a few more seconds. And I pointed at Lindsey, and we had never talked about this. Lindsey, if I ever point at you, that means stop. We never communicated that. I guess it's chemistry more than anything else.
And once the linebacker responded, Buck pointed and I was able to move, and he just hit me in the crease. He hit me in the zone. It was a zone, and it was there all day.
And it gave me a chance, a big window to fit that ball into Lindsey. He made the catch, and I thought, First down. We're in business.
When he caught it, I said, well, we got it. We got the first down. Well, when he hit the ground, he started running, and I said, no, we got more than a first down.
Where I come from and how I was coached, you know, John Donaldson and Justin Georgia, where I was coached, you know, it was like, you know, dude, will you, you know, catch the ball and get upfield.
As soon as he caught the ball and turned upfield, I realized he could get into field goal range right now.
Chuck had engaged in that safety, and it sort of gave Lindsey a little alley to hit. And buddy, once he hit that alley, there was no question that he was taking it the distance.
They were in hot pursuit, but there was no way they were going to catch Lindsey.
This guy's like getting away from everybody. And he's coming, and he's going to score. And, you know, the place just is going nuts.
45, 40, 1, 25, 20, 50, 10, 5, 50, stop, 50, stop, 50, stop.
I think the whole sidelines followed Lindsey Scott down the whole way from the 50-yard line in.
And I look up long enough to see Lindsey go by, and then Coach Dooley go by, and then Hugh Nall go by with a leg cast, and they're running as fast as Lindsey is by in front of me, and I stand up at the time and then make my way with everybody else.
So Coach Russell turned to the field, just as I had said. He's got the first down, and he sees the corner fall. He sees Lindsey make his turn, and he reaches back and grabs me around the waist and picks me up off my feet and says, hell no, he's going to score. And so he's squeezing the life out of me, and I'm up in the air as Lindsey's running down the sideline in front of us.
I mean, one of my memories certainly was Coach Dooley running down the sideline. He wasn't as fast as Herschel or Lindsey, but he was giving it a pretty good go that game.
Vince ran over me. I was standing between the 50-yard line and Vince, who moved down. Literally, I was running down the sideline, and you can see on the film, so when he got to the end zone, I've got the helmet in my hand, and I'm jumping down, and Jeff Harper, he's over there headbutting me, and I don't have a helmet on. Then I realized I got to go back out on the field.
It's just pandemonium. I remember running up and almost beating Frank Ross to death because I was so excited.
If you'll watch that sideline, the whole sideline's running down behind Lindsey. Coach Dooley's flying down. This place was rocking.
By the time he got to the end zone, I was about midfield, and it just felt like the ground was shaking.
You know, you just couldn't believe what was happening.
Me and Coach Dooley jumping up and down, so I took off running down the sideline while Lindsey was running, so I caught him in the end zone now.
I know without a doubt I still hold the record for a 50-yard dash in the Gator Bowl with a full cast on.
Words can't describe it. Hugging and grabbing and jumping and yeah, I mean it was a phenomenal play.
I was standing right there on the, you know, in the end zone, you know, behind the playing field, and when as he comes into the end zone, a couple people had already kind of started to come up to him, and I, you know, all 130 pounds of me ran up to him.
That's almost over anyways. So that play single-handedly saved their undefeated season and probably put them in the champion. That's if he hadn't done that, they might not be in the championship and have been great. So thanks.
So Q&A time. So they went to the championship. Who did they play in the championship?
Notre Dame.
And where did they play?
My research said Sanford Stadium, but
That is incorrect.
might be
They
incorrect.
played Florida.
They played in the Sugar Bowl. Played Notre Dame in the Sugar Bowl. National championship.
They played Florida.
So
And who separated his shoulder in the middle of the Sugar Bowl national championship?
I don't know. Since when was I
Did
supposed
you
to-
do any
When was I
research?
supposed to research injuries in the national championship?
It's a legend.
The whole
Herschel
team.
Walker separated his shoulder, came back, and still ran for over 100 yards.
Yeah, you can.
Won the national. That's right.
Josh,
We'll give you a B minus.
A B.
Anything else you'd like to tell about the 1980 Georgia team? After your thorough research.
They were good and they had Herschel. That's all that mattered.
All right, fair enough. I'll take it.